Like if we're trying to do something and the situation's not going perfectly, we'll say this and this was happening, and then the wheels came off. The wheels came off is like just a phrase that we use to describe when something is not quite going the way we thought it would, and we're getting bogged down and slowed down. And reading Exodus chapter 14, verses 24 and 25. Now it came to pass in the morning watch that the Lord looked down upon the army of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and cloud, and he troubled the army of the Egyptians. So before I read verse 25, the Egyptian army is pursuing the Israelites in the wilderness. They're at the Red Sea, and there's a camp of Israelites and a camp of the Pharaoh's men, the Egyptians, and the morning watch would be anywhere between like midnight and dawn. So it's very, very late in the middle of the night. And the Lord's looking down through the pillar of fire and cloud. Remember, a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night was leading the Israelites through the wilderness. And now this pillar has put itself between Pharaoh's army and the Israelites. And this is God, and this is him looking down through this pillar of fire and cloud at the Egyptians, and he's going to trouble them. And it says, and he took off their chariot wheels so that they drove them with difficulty. And the Egyptians said, let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fights for them against the Egyptians. So the actual Septuagint word is bound. It's more closely related to bound. So he bound, or he inhibited, or he made the wheels come off of Pharaoh's plan. And Pharaoh's army was not able to maneuver their chariots any farther. They were stuck in the middle of the Red Sea parting. And so after their wheels had come off and morning came, the sea came back in and washed over them. So I thought you'd like to know the history of where that phrase came from.